Next time you're standing in line at the supermarket, just take a look at the magazines. There's no question that you'll see something about superfoods. And the article will hype, something that you may have heard of, like kale or turmeric or goji berries, or perhaps some novelty like maki berries or tiger nuts. Oh, don't worry, no tigers have been emasculated for those. They are tubers, very much like the potato. So what are these superfoods? There's no legal definition, but I think we all have the perception that superfoods are substances that contain components that have some sort of health benefit beyond just the simple nutrition. And some of these are interesting because there is a lot of literature about them. The one that I've been following for a long time are blueberries. Believe it or not, the scientific literature on blueberries is extensive. Now, a lot of it focuses on the anthocyanins. Those are the blue pigments that make the blueberry blue. And these play a very important role, at least in laboratory studies and animal studies, and in some human epidemiological studies in terms of health. So what is going on here? You know that we can't live without oxygen. But we can't live with it either, because when we use oxygen in metabolic processes, there's some sort of friendly fire that is produced in the form of free radicals. And these free radicals, or reactive oxygen species as they are called, can interfere with some of the reactions that constitute life. And they have been linked with cardiovascular disease, with cancer, with diabetes. And natural occurring substances such as the anthocyanins have been shown to mitigate the effect of these free radicals, which of course is a good thing. Now, as I said, there are all kinds of studies that have been published, and while no single study is conclusive, when you take a look at the overall evidence, it is really clear that if you can incorporate blueberries into your diet, it should be something to consider. Now, the term superfood is more a marketing term than a scientific one, because really there are good diets and poor diets. But what is a good diet? It is made up of individual foods. And one of those foods, I think, should be blueberries. Now, I try to do that, incorporate them into my diet every day. And the most recent study is really interesting because it even shows that it may prevent cognitive decline, which of course would be great because it would mean that you could remember to eat your blueberries every day. Well, how much? Going by the scientific studies, it is about half a cup a day. That's roughly this much. Now, I like to kind of boost the antioxidant level by putting in some blackberries and raspberries, because those also have the same kind of properties. So if you can do it, and of course it's a question of whether you can afford it or not, although you can also ask the question, can you afford not to do it? I like to dose up every day on those roughly 75 to 80 grams of blueberries and other assorted berries. And of course, there is an added benefit. They're delicious. And that for today is our Cup of Joe.